So we're going to check what is descriptive analytics. And businesses use descriptive analytics all the time. So whether they are aware of it or not, and companies nowadays have vast amount of data available to them. So they would do well to use analytics to interpret this data to help them with decision making. And this kind of analytics help them to learn from what happened in the past and enables them to try to accurately predict what may happen in the future. In other words, the analytics help the company anticipate trends. For example, if sales increased in November for the past 5 years and declined in January, maybe because of this after the Christmas rush, then one could predict that the same thing is likely to happen in year 6 and prepare for it. So company could use this perhaps to increase their marketing in January by offering special offers and other incentives to customers. So this kind of analytics gives insight into what happened in the past. This may include the distant past or recent past, like sales figures for last week. They may summarize data that describe the past events and make it simple for people to understand. And we have descriptive, how descriptive analytics can be used. So this information, like the analytics, make it more easier to understand the future or past and future events, and this way we can able to manage, like we can have like we can be able to, for example, if is in a company, we can be able to manage maybe our sales or our purchases based on past and future, past and maybe recent, or what has been happening when it comes to the sales in the company. Then we have the measures in descriptive statistics. We have the central tendency, and we have three ways on how we can calculate or summarize a whole lot of figures. We have calculating the mean. Under the central tendency, we have median and mode. We have the measures of dispersion, like range, the variance, and under the variance, a business tend to check where they can find a higher variance. Higher variance equates to high risk and high return, which is, I think, as a businessman, we should be risk takers. So where we have higher risk, higher return, most of the business want to tend to that direction. We have the standard deviation, which is usually calculated as the square root of the variance. And before maybe we go to predictive analytics, we have another statistics known as inferential statistics. And mostly inferential statistics speaks in terms of probability, but is very reliable probability and uses estimates with certain measurable confidence level. So in here, the inferential statistics, we take a small sample group to infer things about a larger population. So for example, you can study out of a group of 50, you can study maybe out of 50 you can study 15, and this will help you to make decision for the whole group. Yeah. So we have next we have the predictive analytics. the predictive analytics,